Hello, it's Phil here at Digital DJ Tips, looking at the NOX606 mixer from Behringer. Now, we've actually had this knocking around a little while, but it's taken us a while to get around to looking at it. But at least we've had a chance to get some feedback from our viewers on this device as well. This was introduced about the same time that Behringer introduced their 2-year money-back kind of quality guarantee, which addressed one problem people have had traditionally with some of their gear, in that it just doesn't seem to last the course. So we're going to talk about that a little bit as well in this review. So this looks, as you can probably tell by first looking at it, like a standard club mixer. It's the same size, the same width. It actually comes with with supplied mountings, which I did have around here somewhere, which just go on the edges and let you mount it into your DJ booth or into your home DJ studio or your custom case, which is a nice addition. Its feature set really is kind of like the Allen & Heath Zone 92 with bells on it. There's like an added effects section and some MIDI controls up here and so on. But basically it's gone on that same 2 channels down the left and 4 channels down the middle kind of look. It's quite lightweight. It's made of aluminium. That's not necessarily a bad thing because, for instance, Allen & Heath's own Zone DB2 and DB4 are aluminium. They're very lightweight. However, a little bit more worrying is the fact that I find some of these buttons to feel very cheap. The knobs themselves are okay. The faders, again, the crossfader is quite nice. Apparently it's kind of like some kind of contactless magnetic crossfader. I'm sure it is, but I'm not so sure that some of those would last in a full pro environment. I'd actually say this is semi-pro or kind of serious consumer quality. In use, it was kind of a mix of a little bit confusing, a lot going on and a lot for your money, and at the same time kind of a few head scratching moments. One of the things I found strange about it was when you turn it on, these tap buttons, which are for tapping out the number of beats for the LFOs, which are basically the things that go whom, whom, whum on your filters and let you filter on the beat. They're kind of flashing the minute you turn it on. And you think, why is that? Well, you realize quite quickly why that is, because there's no beat engine in here. It's not working out the BPMs of your input sources. Now, even mid-range Pioneer mixers do that. So you have to tap the beats. You kind of get into the habit of tapping them anyway, just to keep everything tightly tied up when you're mixing. And the same up here with the effects unit. There's only one effects unit. You can assign it anywhere you want, but on the effects question, a little bit more strong than just having one effects unit is the fact that everything can be sent out through a send return. So you can have an external effects unit, like a Pioneer Remix 1000 or something, and then that comes back through the mic channels, which also double up as auxiliary channels, which is why it's a 6-channel mixer. So yeah, the lack of really good onboard effects, you know, even Pioneer's mid-range mixers tend to have a couple of effects options, and the lack of that BPM counter did irk with me. But then having said that, the amount of inputs and outputs you get is pretty good. The other thing that you're going to need to consider if you want to use this digitally is that there's only one very simple sound card on board, just a real generic 2-in, 2-out sound card. You can have USB through this channel here, and you can record the whole output from the mixer. Now, if you're the kind of digital DJ who's got 2 CDJs that your software can interface directly with using their built-in sound cards, that's no problem. You can plug your CDJs in through here, your software can be controlled by the CDJs, and then you can record the full output, including your microphones and so on, out the back of here. So for some digital applications, it's going to be just fine. But for instance, something like the Control Z2 or Z2 for our American friends has got far more integration with its software, being made for Traktor, of course. And of course, any Rain mixer is going to be far more integrated with Serato, to give you an example for Serato lovers as well. So overall, a lot for your money. You can get this for under $300. And if you've got a lot of gear and you want to plug it all together, and digital is just a little part of the way you work, it could be worth considering. I would pay the little bit extra and go for a mid-range Pioneer, mainly because of those BPM counters tying your effects more easily to what you're doing on it. But that's the Behringer NOX606, and if you'd like to see the full review, it's over on digitaldjtips.com.